So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session we are going to learn some string coding program but using our functional oriented program. Okay. So the first question for this session is write a function to remove duplicate character from a string. Okay guys, just see if I'm taking a string, now I need to create a function that it need to remove that duplicate and it will be create a new string. Okay, so suppose if I'm taking my string, okay, here I'm taking my string equal to s. So here I'm taking my string called engineering. Okay, suppose I'm taking for the user input for to understand this logic, I'll take a string called engineering. So I want to create a function that it will be remove the duplicate value. Guys, just see for e 2 times e will be there, so I need to create for one e only. Okay, so I need to remove. So how to do that? So to build this logic, guys, if I'm taking a extra variable called empty string, means as of now inside this string no character will be there. Okay, now I need to run a for loop because I need to check for each and every character. So if I'm checking the condition as for character, if I'm taking e not in my result, means I am checking the membership operator, that this character I am taking e that not available inside this. If this value will be condition becoming true, so at that time I need to add this character inside this. So how to add that? Here I am typing result equal to result plus character, means as of now my result value is a empty string. So inside that, if not available means when this condition becoming satisfied, so it need to add. After that, again by new character will become n. So again it search. N is not, because as of now my result will be becoming only string of e. Again it will be checking my n is not available in result. So it will be directly checking n not in e. So here this condition also became satisfied. So again here it will needs to add for n. So just like that, I need to every time I need to run a loop. So guys, here we are going to build the logic. Then we are going to see the each and every iteration, how the iteration is going to work. Okay. So here every time I just need to take the user input. So here I am using my input function. So here I am taking user input. Okay. So here I'm taking input function because input function return type is string. Also we are need the string. Okay, so here I'm passing enter the string. Okay, after I'm getting the string, I need to create a function called to remove duplicate. So here I'm typing duplicate. Okay, so this function will be taking two argument. One is called our user input. Okay, so here I'm passing the user input and one default argument that is called my result, because here I need to specify that is a empty string. After that, I need to run that for loop here because every time I need to take a character, I need to check that. So here I'm running a for loop. So for character in my user input, okay. So here I'm passing user input. So every time it will be taking each and every character. Now I need to check for the membership operator. So here I'm checking the character. At that time, what is my character? That character is available this my result or not. Here I am checking that condition. If that character is not available, I need to add. So here the way to adding. After adding, every time I need to print at the end, I need to return that particular thing. So here I need to return my result. After that, because everything will be storing in my result. That's why after each and every iteration will be complete, I need to print that particular thing. Okay, so outside the function. So here I need to call that because to run a function only it needs to execute. So here I am calling the function called my duplicate. So here I am passing the user input. Okay, now if I try to run this one, so first it will be taking the user input. So first it will be taking the user input, then it will be taking a default argument that is called my result. So inside this result, I am storing a empty string only. Means inside this no character will be available. So guys, now if I'm passing my string called engineering, okay, so here I am passing engineering. Guys, just see, after it running, it will be remove the all the duplicate. Guys, just see, here it will be give me engir, means all the duplicate character that are available from our user input, it will be removing. So now we are going to see the one more time the iteration. So guys, here I am taking for my engineering. So my first iteration. So here, as of now, my first character is E. So here it will be checking E not in. So here E not in my result. So means my result is my empty. So as of now, inside the result is a empty. So inside this no character is there. So here it will be adding. So empty string plus I will be adding string of E. So it will be becoming string of E only. After that, for the second iteration, again the next character is N. So N not in result. So as of now, inside the result only E will be there. So if this condition also becoming false, so here it will be adding. As of now, we are having the E inside this result. So here I am adding the N also. Guys, just see, after it will be becoming E and N. Okay. Then the next iteration, the third iteration, then the next character is G. So G not in my result. As of now, my result will be En. So En also, if you are comparing G not in En. So this condition also becoming true. So here it will adding string of En plus string of G. So it will be becoming ENG. Again, the fourth iteration will become the next character is I. So I not in my result. As of now, inside the result, my value will be ENG. So here it will also adding that. So ENG plus my value called, my character value called I. So here it will be becoming ENGI. Again, the next character, guys, just see. The next character is N. Okay. So 5 iteration will be N not in result. Guys, just see here, whenever it will be checking the next condition, as of now, N not in result means we are checking that. But here N is already there. So this condition becoming false. So it will be come to my next iteration. So it will be directly coming to my E. So again here it will be checking E is present or not. So here E is also will be there. Okay. Again the next character E is also there. Okay. So it will be skip that. Then the R. So R is not available. So here it will be adding ENGI plus R. So it will be becoming ENGI R. Okay. So this is the control for to checking each and every iteration. Okay, guys. So now we are going to jump to our next question. Okay, guys. So yeah, the next question for this session is write a function to print all consonant. Guys, what is consonant? So write a function to print all consonant. So guys, what is consonant? Consonant means expect the, means we are removing the vowel, means the vowel are present A, E, I, O, U. So also in the capital case also A, E, I, O, U. Okay, means expect all the character are becoming, expect 21, it will be becoming our consonant. So now my requirement will be, I need to print all the consonant. So how to do that we are going to see now. So guys, here I'm checking for my each and every iteration. Guys, suppose if I'm taking my user input, okay, so as of now I am taking Triaright. Okay, guys, so my string will be becoming Triaright. Now first I need to take for the vowel, because based on the vowel we need to take that condition. Expect that we need to print all the consonants. So here first we need to create a vowel variable and we need to store A, E, I, O, U. Also we are taking in the case of our uppercase also. So here A, E, I, O, U. Okay, means from both of this, if we are the user will be typing in the uppercase or lowercase, it needs to be compared. Okay, after that, now we are going to checking if I try to run a loop on that, means we are trying to check if t not available, okay, not available in this vowel, then we need to print that particular thing, guys, right? So here we are adding one more condition. Guys, just see, if I'm taking my user input as, okay, suppose some user will be come and he or she want to input like this one. So try write 235, then try inside this he will taking some number, then it will be taking right. Okay, so as of now I don't want to search this iteration, because if I are searching for this, it will be take a one more iteration more. So as of now I don't want to take that much of iteration. So here I am passing a condition that if I'm checking this for each and every character, that character must be a alphabet. If I'm taking any special character or any number, then I need to don't check that, because I will be having more iteration, because we need to save our memory, okay, to make our code fast. So here I am passing one more condition is, if that particular character will be present in our capital A less than equal to character between this, means inside this it will be happening, then only we are going to check. Also here we are checking for this small also. Okay, so here I am passing a less than equal to our character, because I am taking the character is the form of our variable. So here I am checking for z. Means if the character will be consist from either lowercase or uppercase, then only I need to check that each and every character not available in this vowel. If that condition becoming satisfied, then only I just need to print that particular thing. So guys, here we need to print every time. So here if I am returning that, we know that it will be taking only one value, because after returning it will be not iterate about that. So here I am try to print inside the function. Okay, so now how to print that we are going to see. So each time we are taking the user input. So here I am directly taking the user input. So now I am creating a function. So because we are count, so here I am passing the count. Okay, count the consonant. Okay, so here it will be taking one mandatory argument that is called my user input. Okay, so here also I need to check anything that will be available or not. So here I am directly passing my vowel. Okay, VOL. So here I am taking as my default argument. Okay, so here it will be taking A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, after that I need to start my coding logic. So first I need to run a for loop on my user input. So for character in my user input, whatever the user input, I need to check for each and every character. After I am taking the character, now my requirement will be, I need to check that that particular character is an alphabet or not. So here I am passing the condition, if it will be range between our uppercase less than equal to, so less than equal to character. Okay, make sure that you need to give your variable name in a correct way. So here I am passing for z, or either that user input in the form of our uppercase, or also it will be possible that in our lowercase also. For the both condition we need to write the condition. Okay, so here I'm passing. After that, from this condition, whatever the string I'm getting from user, if this condition also becoming satisfied, then only I need to check if the character I'm taking that will be not available in our vowel. Okay, if this condition becoming satisfied, here one more will be that if I'm creating a string, okay, if I'm creating a empty string, if I'm adding that, it will also printing. But I don't want to, if I'm taking also, it will be fine. Here if I'm taking a result equal to empty string, okay, here after if each condition becoming satisfied, I need to add that particular thing. So here I need to add, after each and every iteration will be complete, I need to return the result. Okay, now if I try to print that particular thing, so I need to call that function. So here I need to pass the user input. Okay, suppose guys, if I want to print, so here I can use the print. But as of now, we are telling that we don't need to print each and everything inside the function. That's why here I'm taking a one extra argument. But if you are not taking also, it will fine. But for my suggestion, I'll tell that you need to every time you need to return each and every value outside the function. We can reuse that particular things, guys, right? Now if I try to run this one, so fast it will be taking the user input. Guys, just see here, if I'm taking try and I will pass some number also, then right. Now if I'm taking, it will only printing the all the consonant, because in this Triaright I is a vowel and this I is also a vowel. So it will be remove that particular thing and it will be created new string that only consists of our consonant. Okay guys, so this is the simplest logic to print all our consonants that are available inside a string. Okay guys, so now the next question for this session is the opposite of that. If I want to create a function to print only the consonant, only the vowel, because here we are printing the consonant, expect the vowel. Now I want to print the all the vowel that are available. So how to do that? We are going to see now. So here we are writing the past the question. So write a function to print all the vowel. Okay. So how to do that? We are going to see now. Guys, just see the logic will be 80% same. Here we are checking that it will be not available inside that. So here we need to check if available, then only we need to add and we need to return. But here we are checking for this not available. But here we are need to checking for that string we are taking, and each and every character will must satisfy this our vowel condition, because we need to check each and every character, that character must be available inside this vowel. If this condition becoming satisfied, we need to print that. Okay, so now we are going to take a every time we need to take the user input. Okay guys, so here I am taking the user input. Now I just want to create a function. So here also I am taking the count. Here I am taking the user input, because every time I need to take from user input. Here also I need to take the vowel. So A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. Because every time I need to check for capital as well as the lowercase also. Then I need to take a extra variable to print that particular, to send outside the function. So here I need to run a for loop. So for character in my user input, because every time I need to get that each and every character from this user input. Now I need to check the character I am taking from this user input, that character must be a string only, string inside the character only. If I'm taking any number, I don't need to check that. If I'm taking a special character also, I don't need to check that. Okay, so here I'm passing if, that will be consist of our capital A less than equal to character less than equal to capital Z, or means formation between this range. Okay, then I need to pass small a less than equal to character less than equal to small z also. Now, if this condition becoming satisfied, I need to give the condition. So if character, that character I am taking from the user input, that must be available in our vowel. So if character in my vowel, I need to print that particular thing. So result equal to result plus character. After each and every iteration, I need to send the controller outside the function. So here I am using the return keyword. So here I need to call that function. So count of, I need to give the user input. Okay. Now I need to take this same user input as tria 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. So here I'm passing tria 1, 2, 3. I'll take some special character. Then I need to give ARIT. Okay. Right. Now just see in this Triaright, only two character is available. That is a, we can say that vowel. So 2 time I. So okay. So this is the simply logic to check that character will be consist of our vowel or the character will be consist of our consonant. Okay guys. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. Triaright.